is the four is the high point shoulder to hip. 5, high point shoulder to bust line. 6, hip to waist, waist to hip, whatever. 7, shoulder. 8, crossed front. And 8, 9, cross back. 10 is the bust arm. It is the center of the bust. Okay. 11, sleeve length. 12, elbow. 13, wrist. Let's go to the next. Okay. First step, take this measurement. Have already, and let's start make the block. You must put your feet together, wrap a soft tape measurement, and snug around to the widest part of your hip. First, we draw a line. This line is the hip line. The hip line have the one and after 1/10 of the hip measurement, and then mark the center. So become 1/4 and 1/4.
Also, you must remember like the basic measurements before that. In the actors, it's not exactly like fashion clothes. So we don't need to be totally undressed. And then also we don't need to be very tight. We start a little bit looser, because they need to move. And the sleeves, you have to be able like to put your hands up and things like that. If it's dance, it's totally different. And then you need to try out. So it's a little bit, let's say, bigger and not so tight. Yeah.
This is the bodies. Then you can add a next step. From hip line, we're going up to waist. Usually it's 20-22 centimeters. Okay. Then we draw the waistline. In this, every new line I do it with a blue color, and the rest become black. It's more easy to understand what I did. Then from waistline with the talla, high point shoulder to waist. We have this. Then we connect, and this line that now drawn is the center front and center back. Okay, usually center front and center back is the grain line. That's the same. Step 6. From a high point shoulder for high point shoulder to mist line, and we create the bust line. Then we draw a vertical line. It's the half of the hip line. This is the side line. It's for help, it's not going to stay. Next step, the side of that pattern. You see in the description right here, from point I, we're going 1/4 of bust measurement. because we are doing the half of the part, the half, it's not full. It's
Yeah,
one
usually
curve.
we do the half and then we copy the rest, huh?
Yes. So,
Yes. Uh-huh.
half front, half
You
back.
need to understand, everybody, because I know that some of you have made some clothes, some of you never. I don't actually sew clothes, but because of my architecture and mathematical background, I can understand and I could make something like that. So here you have all the information. You can make something from the beginning. You can start from a simple thing and then you can make much more difficult things. But this is a guide, very detailed here, and you can make from the beginning. So keep that in mind as we go on.
Then when we add the panel, this is that for the dart. It's not staying the pattern exactly like this. It's for the dart to see in which plate we are going to position the dart. In the front piece, it's 1/2 of the bust span. In the back, it's about in the half, in the center, mid. This is in the mid, this is the half of the bust span. Now we add the depth of the dart. It's 1.5. We're going down from the west line 10 centimeters in the front dart. In the back dart, it's more deep. It's 14 centimeters. Okay, it's a one. Totally, it's 3 centimeters. It's dart and 1/2 on each side of the panel line. Next, it's a neck opening. It's easy, it's 7 centimeters usually, and 2 centimeters down, and then you draw the neck opening. Then it's the shoulder line. The shoulder line, you need a hairpin line. It's about 4 centimeters down, and then you add the shoulder length. From this point to this point, it's the shoulder length. You do that with your tape measurement, you measure, and you see the creasing of your shoulder. Next, it's the armhole. You need your 1/2 of crossbar and to create the curve of the armhole. Usually, the line drawing is drawn with a French curve. It's more easy for the beginner to start with a French curve. Next, we are going in the front. We are creating the neck opening in front. From the point G, we are going down 8 centimeters and side 7, and we create the neck opening. Also, this curve with a French curve. Next, the shoulder. We do it with the same to the back. And this is the same step. Then we add the dart, the front dart. This step is little tricky for the beginning. You have to You go to the shoulder, create the dart, close the dart, and then extend the shoulder. It's a very important step to do it exactly like that. Like from the point 1, you go to the mid of the shoulder line, and then create the dart, and then close that dart, and then extend to make the shoulder length, the shoulder line.
Sorry, Maria, I would say for all of you, because as we always say, the English is even difficult for us, you have to understand. We don't use these words. I have no idea. So my advice is that from your countries, from Africa or Serbia, you can find some sites in your language. Don't translate, it will not be correct, because if you translate dart, it's going to be the darts we throw on the wall. So it won't make a sense. So you can find some sites, 1, 2, that have to do with making clothes in Africa or in Serbia. And you can find somehow, how on earth do we say these words? Because in Greece, we use the French ones. This is new language for me also. So we just have them here, but it's not easy to, they mean something else. It's not that you will translate them somewhere. So if directly from your country, you find something in your language, I think that would be a good idea.
Yes.
Can I say something? Hello
Yes.
to everyone. We can find the pattern of the clothing on Pinterest.
Yes.
I found some on Russia, in Russia language.
Maybe
but
Russia would be close. Yes.
Yes, but I also don't understand Russian, so never mind. It's very mathematical, so you can read the number, that's all.
Yes, okay. But usually, you know what, Bojana, I had the same problem when I was looking for things, like if I wanted to find something in Serbian, I was trying to find it in English. It's crazy. But if you search it in your language and you change the keywords a bit, you need to, you know, change the keywords, or in Africa, the same thing. So from there, you might have some results. Everything is here. It's mathematics, it's design, but only, I mean, when I first learned mathematics in English, it took me like a month to get the translations. I knew the mathematics, I didn't know the damn words.
Yes, but everything in a number, so that's very quite simple.
Okay,
Thank you for
slowly,
the advice.
when we have time. Yes, okay.
Where we close the dart. In this point, we have closed the dart. We have drawn the shoulder line. We extend the shoulder line. And now we are drawing the front arm. Next is we close the. Sorry. If we close the dart and separate the pattern, we must close the dart, then separate the pattern. We have this.
Sorry, can I ask something?
Yes.
The darts that you are telling is
Penses.
what we were saying in Greek, pensa. Okay, that's okay. Αυτό καταλαβαίνω, είναι η pensa. Εντάξει, τέλεια. Sorry.
Maria, this one is for the, είναι για το στήθος αυτή εδώ.
Ποια είναι αυτή εδώ που...
Αυτή
το προηγούμενο.
Ναι, αυτό το κόκκινο. Όχι αυτό. This is shoulder.
Στο στήθος καταλήγουμε.
Okay, yes. You know, this is a very important thing for clothing. When you buy ready clothes, if you buy a women's clothes in Zara, or you buy a jacket, or you buy something that is fitted, you have mainly the problem women have that, and of course in different countries and different shapes, you can imagine what goes on. Even for us, they are never big enough because sometimes this thing does not exist. So they are never good on this side of your body. This is only, unfortunately, a tailor-made costume, an amazing detail.
Okay, there's another dart. Two darts have a better fitting. If we have two darts in one clothes, we have better fitting. Usually the Zara clothes or other clothes have one dart on the waist, from waistline to the bust, not two. But okay, next, this is the pattern when we have closed the dart and with a scissor separate the part. This is the basic body without no seam allowance, honesty, easy, where nothing.
Sorry, ease. More comfortable, ease, yes.
The green lines, the grain line, το ίσιο που λέμε στα ελληνικά, ίσιο English.
Straight.
This line is straight this line is helped to
place.
Top on the fabric. Next is the step, the sleeve. Mannequin sleeve. Αρχικά, we have measured our leg of hand. We have made the bodies, and then we are measuring this with a tape measure on the body's dart. You see the blue line? You measure that. It's important to do the sleeve the correct way when you put the two bodies together. The curve is not pointed. It must be like this. Then we are starting with the sleeve. Okay. First is we draw the line of shoulder point. Then we are going down, drop the length of our sleeve. Then we draw the line of the wrist. All this vertical, and then we are going down our sleeve from shoulder point. We are going down of sleeve head 8. Usually it's 14 centimeters. This. Then we do this line. Is the sleeve width line, and then we create the front armhole leg. This the measurement of the front armhole of the bodies from here, and the measurement of the back bodies come here. We are divide at 3 in the back. We see 2 points here, and the front in 2 parts. Then we add this line. Must be go half centimeter down from there, past the 1/3. The other 1/3 must be going 1.5 centimeter out. Then pass, then out 1 centimeter in the half. Pass for the half, go inside 1 centimeter, and then come here. It's not easy, but it is what it is. This is the final part of the sleeve. Let's see, sleeve length. Tank, cap, Okay. Sleeve long. How long and how we can.
Maria, go one back. Sorry, the other, with the colors is at the back. Ah, okay. Όχι το άλλο, το επόμενο. Το επόμενο, με τα χρώματα. One more? There, yes, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, great. That's why in English we say tank top without sleeves, meaning long sleeve, yes, quarter, mid. Yeah, in 3/4. Yeah, the same thing. You should be saying the same thing in your language.
Okay, it's that for information, to know how to measure and what length of sleeve are you looking for. When you measurement, then type of sleeve. There are so many type of sleeve. I found some, and here it is. Here it's the pattern and how you can create it from bodies, from the start.
Very important are the sleeves. If you know the sleeves, you know your history of costume. Nothing else will tell it. Only the sleeves, whatever everybody says.
It's an easy adjustment. You can change the sleeve in the something and change all the outfit.
Exactly.
Yes. Here, balloon sleeve.
Leg of the mutton.
Okay, ribbon sleeve. There are too many types of sleeve, but this is easy and show exactly where you can cut, create, and how you create. It's very graphic and very good for beginners. And this class is only 2 hours. It's too short to tell.
No, it's very clear, very nice, very clear.
Yes, that's why bishop sleeve, too many types.
Some of the, this is English again, so some of the names of the sleeves, like if you find them, you will find accordingly the era, let's say. But yeah. In our modern fashion, we have made every sleeve possible. And you can make a new one, of course, if you want. You can combine 2 sleeves and make a new one.
Yes. What's happened? Okay, skirt. There are straight skirt and a curved skirt. This page online, if you can visit, show exactly how you do it. This on this page, you see exactly the double circle skirt, how it look, and you know what type of pattern are you looking for. Okay. For the skirt block, I didn't do it, but I found a page. It's an MIKA design. If you visit this page, you can put your measurement and do it in PDF. Download PDF with the blog. It's easy. It's for you. Returns chrono. To make a pattern is very time consuming.
Yeah, especially for a simple.
Yes.
Skirt. Yeah.
Yes, for a simple skirt, you can visit there. It's very easy. have a skirt block with 2 darts. Have everything, have a basic block. You can put your measurement and create. Yeah, it's very easy. You don't have to do all the steps to create the body, and you have the bodies and you can start making the pattern.
Yes, in theater, we do not want to spend all our time making the basic of something. The idea is to make something that is not basic, it's imaginary, it's new, it's everything. In theater, we do a lot of things. We have one sleeve, we have something that is upside down, maybe something that you thought. So having the base patterns where you could work on, you need to spend your creative mind after these designs.
Yes. It has also the sleeve. It's very nice. You can visit and see, and you can make your own bodies there. Okay, this is the chart with seam allowance. In the center, front and center back, it's 1 or 2 centimeters. But in theater, we need more, especially in the center back, so we can reuse the clothes. If the seam allowance is bigger, you can change the size and someone else can wear. So this is the typical seam allowance for the pattern making. But in theater, leave as much as possible.
Yes, we need to be comfortable. You never know, you will have alterations. Sometimes
Yes.
we once had a musical for children, and in the course of 2 months of rehearsals, they were losing weight of too much jumping around, 1.5 hours. So we were changing some of the clothes. Or
Yes.
Usually, okay, usually they will not get, but they want to be comfortable. So the clothes are not this tight thing that we would buy something tight. No, here it has to be. And then maybe a theater will use it next year, especially if it's an expensive. Imagine the theater, if you make a good skirt or a good jacket from a very good fabric, it's like the clothes 300-400 years ago, that they would keep them and alter them and make them bigger, smaller, give them somewhere. I mean, they're too precious for theater. It's not a pair of blue jeans or anything, okay? So if it took Maria 2 months to make a jacket for me the other time, we have worn it in 2 photograph shootings, and I think in another play, if I don't remember, for the one blue jacket that we had. And it was a very difficult jacket. So of course, we leave more fabric inside.
Okay, you have a hems, you have a fabric to add a pocket if you want. If you leave a seam allowance in the hem 10 centimeters and you turn inside, then you need a pocket or something else, or make a flower. You have a small piece of fabric.
And maybe, yeah, theaters are in a tight budget, but I have to tell you that you need to buy 0.5 meter or 1 meter more, because you will regret it later if you don't. Because something might happen, the pockets, maybe you have 2 pockets, and then all of a sudden in theater, everybody needs inner pockets. And you cannot put another fabric, let's say. Or I've kept trousers that have ripped and they were very hard, very difficult to make. And maybe I think 10 years later, I found another fabric I could match and I fixed them. So yes, we are always on a tight budget, but you need 0.5 meter, 1 meter, keep it. Do it something else. I don't know. You might need to make a hat all of a sudden. They will not tell you at the beginning. All of a sudden. So anyway, try, because many times these fabrics, you don't find them again. So
Yes.
just be safe.
Not sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. This is the allowance for the fitting, how you want to fit the trousers, the top, the jacket. Loose fitting, oversized fitting, fitted, semi-fitted. It's how I say you add to the body to create the pattern. Pivoting or dart manipulation. Change. This is the change position of the dart. It's very important in the pattern making because you create many designs for this. It's very helpful, but you will see. You can see here in how many positions they change the dart and how many designs we can create only for that. Only change position of the dart.
Okay, the pleats. Yeah, the pleats, οι πένσες, οι πιέτες. They have so many.
Όλα αυτά είναι πένσες, αλλαγή θέσης πένσας.
Πένσας, okay.
Είναι ούτε τίποτα άλλο, είναι αλλαγή θέσης πένσας.
And also in theater, I mean, remember that especially for women, because women's clothes are a bit harder, the top parts, women have totally different sizes. Many times actors might change in the play. It doesn't happen a lot, but it might. So you might be changing around one of your designs in order to fit better, because somebody is too slim or somebody is fuller or whatever. So these darts are very, very precious, I would say.
Still designed with a dart. That's not exactly dart, that's change the position. Part 2, history of fashion. This is a chart with all, almost all era, and from when start and where end. You see here how the Baroque when the Baroque in Italy start, in France, or Rococo when it start. All of this together in one chart is okay. This timeline with in this page with a history, the fashion of history. You can see every period on here. It's very nice. History of fashion timeline. It's very nice. Here you have everything in timeline, and you see how the silhouette changed from era to era, and how the dress, the garment, everything. It's very nice. You can see here. Let's start with the Mesopotamian. Then it's very easy pattern. It's usually wrap around a piece of fabric, wrap around and some belt, some ornament, something. Of course, the clothing was influenced by climate and society and all this. But I think it's not only Mesopotamian, but all the era.
No pattern, but lots of fabric.
Yes, yes, fabric and jewelry. Κοσμήματα.
Lots.
Men's clothes in this era was tunic, clothes, and women usually dress a sari or a veil. It's very simple, very. You see here the design. It's easy for pattern. making. See here, edge, it's the same. Okay. Main clothes in Egypt, clothes. You can see here it's still easy pattern, single pattern, simply dress or plug with a belt or it's easy and simple here. And then we are going the classic era. Classic era, ancient Greek.
Yes, and of course, we are. Let's go back to Callas. Yeah, we've said all this at the beginning even faster, but when you will make ancient clothes from Mesopotamia to here, to Greece and Rome, maybe then they did not, of course, have patterns and forms, and they didn't sew the pieces. But here for the actors, you need to make it exactly as it would, be for the performance. So here we have sleeves and dresses. It's just a lot of, these eras have a lot of fabric manipulation, and they are still in fashion a lot. I mean, ancient tragedies, comedies, there's a lot in dancing performances. It's with us every year.
Okay. Primary clothing in ancient Greek ήταν πέπλος, ηματιο και χιτόνιο. Usually, mainly, was homemade and often served many purposes. They have a color. Usually we see with mostly white, but in ancient Greece have colors. Okay. Generally, it was a rectangle, closed. Let's see the pattern. It's simply a square, just claps in the shoulder, and then let's drop. You see here, it's very easy to start if you don't know pattern to start in ancient Greek clothes. It's easy, not need to measurement. It's not fitted. Very simple to make. Did you see? The hidonio. It's a simple tunic.
Yeah.
Yes, it's simply tunic garment worn both by male and woman. The length is changed, but it's the same. Often have a pleat. Okay. Veil, epididymal ostrophion, it's a undergarment sometimes worn by women around the mid the body. The shorts could be draper over the tunic. Let's see the photo here. No, Roma. Around the body. That's for Greece. Let's go to Roma. Still the clothing, it's very similar, not exactly the same, but similar, too close. it's more complex and
more layers. More layers, and they would sew. I think they had Eravan taplaina στη Roma, and they would sew the clothes, and they didn't like also the Romans. They didn't like the naked body, so they would wear like 2-3 layers. It's not like the Greeks.
Yes.
So it's much more flamboyant.
Okay. Particularly, it's the clothes is social status in Rome. Men commonly wore tunics, single garments. Women wear stolas. It was a long pleated dress fastened on the shoulder. Let's see here. Here in ancient Rome, it was more popular tonga. They have a many version here. Okay, next, this is stola, the white one is the stola. You see the layer? We have the white third layer, the white is the stola. Then the shawl, it's not complex to create, not need good knowledge of pattern making. Let's go to Byzantium. Byzantium started, it's they start sewing a lot. It's not like Rome or Greece. Clothing was an indicator of the status, wealth, religion. They started using materials, luxurious material. Let's see here. They are wearing tunic also. Let's the photo. Let's here the tunics, but they have a lot of accessorize a lot.
Their jewelry was very close to ancient Egypt in a way, but this is the beginning of religion, unfortunately. So, I mean, we said that the clothes have very few patterns or forms. It's all jewelry, actually. And here you can see priests and kings and emperors. So,
yes,
not much information for the lower classes always.
This is how they fold the fabric around to create this look. Some of them you can see. They fold around the body. Not exactly need a lot of pattern making knowledge to do something like that. It's very creative to have a fabric and start spinning around to see or create something like that. More about Byzantium, medieval. Next, here the clothing have many variety about independent of the time period, religion, and status. Also reflect the hierarchy structure of society, but still remain single clothes. Still men wore tunics, woman long dress and gowns. Okay. The high delayed, the clothes become more elaborate. woman's dress start become more fitted, tied around. We see that men start to wear the blade, jacket. Start using velvet, fur, gold, and other material. We start have accessorized hat, hoods, and various type. Okay, let's see the clothes. This link, how you can see, are making a medieval style skirt. It's very simple. Still, the patterns may remain very simple, easy to create. Here is a tutorial about making a vegan dress. Interesting. You can see also.
Isn't this, Maria, this is the basis, I think, for all traditional shirts, I mean, in the whole of Europe. Full sleeves. If you go 2 slides before, one more here, you can see under the armpits and on the sides. I mean, these were basic clothing for all their life. They would work, they would ride horses. I mean, this is basic clothing up to our days, used in traditional clothing in the Balkans for sure, but in whole of Europe. Okay.
So
this
is the pattern, let's say, for the basic dress here. It's very common, this type of dress. It's very easy to, if you have the basic block to create, just extend the line and
very famous. It's the very famous fairy tale sleeve.
Okay, let's see other pattern here.
Here, even better.
Even better with the 2 type of sleeve. You see that the armhole, it's not as the clothes today, it's very different. Here another final pattern, how you create. Also here, it's simple dress with no dart. It's loose, simple. The sleeves were very nice, have long, it was nice. I like the sleeve of this Sarah.
Yes, it's a little bit like ancient Egypt, and then we find them again in the 70s, in the hippies. I mean, it's totally nothing. No pleats, no darts. Yes.
Man, this late medieval, we see, because they start become more complex, the clothes. There. And this is the book. This is one book. Okay, have a period costume for stage design and screen. Here's the link. You can download at the screen. It's have a lot of pattern, have a lot of image to see, and have a nice idea how to start for you create the design that you want. You can see a lot of idea on, or you can see a lot of solutions how you do the pattern of the clothes you want. It's a, if you don't know pattern, it's very good for start to do research to find what you want to do and how you do it, and then start doing. painters, you can see, you can find almost everything and how it can be created. Also a book about medieval garments. Also in script, you can download from there, have a lot of images, a lot of pattern also. It's very nice, it's very good because you can find this book. Let's go in present. Here the clothes is not simple, the pattern is not simple, all are becoming more difficult to create, more time consuming to create. It's not just a tunic and something over, it's a lot of layers of clothes. You can see it's very fitted in the waist. It's very different. From here, the clothes start to change, start become more complex, more. Okay. Okay, this area, it's from the simpler medieval style. We're going to rich decorate garment. It's two different. Start to change. Let's see photos of the pattern. How we create the sleeves, the front, the back. And here, it's. Do you remember from the last lesson we talked about Budra, McCall, and Paterick? It's they have a ready pattern, and here some of the Renaissance styles.
Specific numbers for specific styles.
Yeah, specific pattern. It's very helpful. You see here early, but still easy pattern.
And the thing is that when you're watching this, that is strictly historic, it's like the same when you watch the history of fashion. For you, you need to decide, oh, I like this, or I like this sleeve, or I like this skirt, because you might have a play that is totally contemporary. It happens in films rarely that they have a contemporary play. And then what do? They redesign clothes. Like you might design clothes for a play, and it's now the play, and the fashion is nothing like it. It's yours. The fashion is yours because you liked a medieval sleeve or some kind of skirt. I mean, this is what existed historically. We don't want these to make them into designs. This happens only in like schools plays or the National Theatre, let's say. But if there is a creative designer, they will follow something, some era, but they will put their own creativity in there. So all this for you, it's like mathematics, like building, like architecture. You take what part you like and you create something else. That's the idea in any theater plays we ever saw, or the ones you will research. That's what actually happens. There's a designer there that for one play, for one time, that's the difference with normal pret-à-porter fashion. For 7 actors, they did unique costumes. That's the only way. Oh, Papa. Okay. The original one, my God.
Yes. Too many pieces. 2 pieces of a sleeve, up and down sleeve, layers. it's become more complex. Here is a site of Trudeau Taylor. They make pattern and make clothes of this era. You can see a lot of style and design here, a lot of pattern also. It's helping just to have a start what you want to do.
From medieval to Renaissance. This is the transit a bit. This is where we are. Early 16th, yes.
Yes, early mid-16th. It's simply hose pattern. Is this a hose pattern?
Hose pattern, probably όχι ελαστικό αυτό, eh?
No.
Go back, yeah, because they didn't have elastic fabrics. So look at it. It has to look tight. It's really funny, eh? Αυτός είναι ο καβάλος εδώ. This is the crotch.
Αυτό που λέει εδώ πέρα.
Ναι, back and forth. Όχι.
Το καβάλο, ναι, που είναι στα δύο κομμάτια.
This is very funny. Okay, this is half the leg, front, back. Look what happens here. Elastic fabrics saved us.
Yes, a lot. This is okay. Elizabeth era. This become more complex, more. Okay, here is a pattern also for battery McCollum simplicity to already done for this era, and you can download it, and you can sometimes you can print it with a A4 and start to connect and have the pattern. Here is the link about a theater that have made Elizabethan raffle.
My favorite thing in the world.
Yes, they show how we do it about the theatric, and it's step by step. It's very beautiful. And here's the book by Janet Harlan.
I have that.
Okay, Janet Harlan have done this book. There are 6 books. I have found the 5 books. It's very accurate, and it shows you how you create and construction clothes about this specific era. It's very informal. You will see a lot of images in Pinterest about from this book, and it's a very good book. Also, it's in the script you can download. All the books I have shown you can download for free. It's a very informal. Let's see some pages.
All these links. Yes, all these links that you can download the book. My advice is that you do it now in the summer. No, don't just have them and say, oh, you know, I will download it next year or whatever. Something might happen and they might not have it for some crazy reason. No. So here are the links now. You can download the books. Just spend some time and download all the books that we have given you here. Yes,
because I don't know if a month or next week are still there.
Let's see. This is a book. This is a book that I bought 30 euro, maybe 20 years ago. And if you want the book right now, it's collectible and it's about 200 euro because she only has 5 books.
6 books.
6 books. The one about the corset. I didn't hear that.
Can we get in email form the links for the book?
No. Only in presentation. We don't have them other way.
In the presentation, all the links, I have it for the book. It's you will find here some pages to have I think a lot of pages. You can see the pattern and have a lot of information about the pattern and how you can do it. Okay, but first you can see that becoming more complex and more not so simple. Okay, that's for this book. Still a link for this book. Very costume design, costume for stage and screen design about this era. Some photo of this book have a lot of also here, also pattern to create. Let's say in one lesson you will not learn how to create a pattern. Let's say it's more easy to learn how you search to learn how you make a pattern. This book also have patterns, also have very easy to see how they do it, how they fold, how everything is. Also Janet Arlon book, the link is here. This book is about your favorite.
Yes. Yeah, her books, I mean, these books would never happen because this person is very special because she worked for the Victoria Albert Museum. So what she did is that she got the collections that the museum already has, and in a way she took them apart and she designed these books. So she went backwards.
Yes.
In order to document something that, of course, does not exist from real clothes that the museum has. So this is very unique material. It's not every other book.
Yes, I have photos, have a lot of information about the era, very specific about the clothes, about how made, about the pattern. This is how was a boy's shirt in this era, in other era. It's a very information. You have a lot of information about the design, the elements of the details, have almost everything. It's a very good book, all the books of Jane Arnold. And here, corset. Corset, it's difficult for pattern making.
Corsets are back in fashion, actually. They're very, especially in Greece, there are very many young designers, women and others, that they like to go back and, you know, make the corset as it was.
Yes.
But if you wear one of these things, it's like, yeah, you will understand how we do not sit straight.
Also, it's very time-consuming
Yes,
to create a corset. Have a lot of piece of pattern, have a lot of time to cut the pattern, a lot of time to assemble the pattern, to sew. It's as more piece it is one pattern, it's more complex and time-consuming to create the garment. Also a book about corset. Also have a pattern and photo. Also have the scale so you can see and adjust if you want, if you can. Let's go to Baroque. Baroque.
After Renaissance, 17th century. Yes.
Some of the book, it's not only Renaissance, it's
between the two.
Yes, have something from the two. Let's see photos. We have already said all this about the clothes.
Yes, yes, this is for you to read. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go Baroque, about the pattern.
We said think of Baroque, especially for men, but also for women. The favorite young people's style right now, oversized. The clothes look as if they are 2 sizes bigger. This is Baroque. Think of that.
Yes, Baroque, it's more complex pattern. The sleeve has 2 pieces, but you see how you can create also Baroque.
Yeah, Baroque going a bit to Rococo, but Baroque, this is Baroque for sure. Yeah.
Yes, Baroque for sure.
The first big sleeve, actually, guys. This is the first balloon sleeve. I mean, you will see it in the 20th century, but until Baroque, there was no balloon big sleeve. I mean, with this pattern up here, there was no.
This is how, see here, how big there was the sleeve pattern. It's a lot of. Okay. Jane Arnold, Baroque and Rococo. Also here, also have a lot of books, have a lot of information, a pattern about this era. It's a start. It's a very helpful to have a start and know how you can start and create and design your pattern. You see the cloth, and here you see the pattern. Above, here's a morning dress. You see the skirt here, the piece of the past. This is the sleeve, I think. Here also book, the script you can download. It's fashion history in details. It's from the Victor and Albert Museum. Have a technical design here. Have a lot of technical design, and technical design is very helpful for pattern making. Some of this dress, maybe you can find similar pattern in the internet. Okay. This is information about this era and this clothes. A lot of have already speak about it. And okay, the color of Rococo here. Pattern for simplicity, Budra, about this era exists. It's already done. It's more easy to just have the pattern and start doing the costume, the garment. Rococo. Here, pattern also. How to create. Also here. Also here, pattern. How it is. You see the sleeve, everything. Also here, the pleats. That's in the back here. Also pattern for Rococo. Book also for script about this era. Have a lot of sketch and very informing about Sera. Let's go to Radiant Sera. Is then Sera the silhouette start changing? See the silhouette. Okay. Empire line.
Empire, Napoleon Empire, meaning.
The pattern.
Okay, this is Russian probably. Τι είναι αυτό?
Yes, it's Russian.
Cyrillic alphabet.
Yes, I think it's
Chemise, flatness chemise. Yeah, okay, great.
Here also, here's how the dress look, how the pattern looks. It's like we have cut in the half and see the pattern. Clothes. The jacket is very common in this area, and the pattern here. Also,
Burda, yeah, Josephine. Ah, okay.
Yes, we have a lot of. Yes, Josephine also. And then Victorian era. Victorian era, it's the last one, I think. Oh, the title. Okay, Victorian era have three. The late, mid, and early Victorian era. And also the clothing have a lot of difference. Yes, let's see how it start and how it's end. Also the pattern change. So get Budra pattern, a lot of Budra and simplicity from this era, but also Jane Arnold book about this era have a lot of pattern also here. And this is a national garment culture, have a lot of Victorian era clothes. You can also find online. Have all the measurement and how you can do it, recreate it. Let's go to other book. In online also exists the metric pattern cutting. It's a book about pattern. It's a very helpful if you don't know pattern. Have a lot of steps, a lot of to learn about how you can do a tail trouser block, skirt, straight skirt. Have a lot of information for the beginning to learn. And then we are going to, this book also exists online, also have a lot of about pattern, about how you can do everything. In this book exists everything. This, and though here it says some a dictionary about clothing.
Yeah, in English.
Yes, in English, because it's necessary even for us in English. If we don't speak, it's not our native. And then book also about the costume for stained screen design. I think it's about a cape, no, outer garment, about panophoria over there.
The thing for you is the help of these books is what? That a big problem you have is that according to your English or your knowledge of costume words, you do not know how well to search. So many times you search for something and the errors are mixed up and we don't know. And you have to know that Pinterest has major mistakes. Baroque, Rococo, Romantism are all one big mess in there. So we never do that. We look at what I have in my presentations or here, what you have in these books, and you look at specific paintings. You never look at images of Pinterest. 1 out of 2 is not correct.
Yes, a lot.
They just upload them. I don't know why somebody likes them. They just upload something and nothing is written. And Rococo costumes, like the women's, they look a lot with the Romantic era. They look for somebody that doesn't know, not for us. So try to avoid. Pinterest is good for creative research. Like you want to do something strange. You want to do something with paper. You want to do something, I don't know, for theater, but it's strange, a strange part of the body or an accessory. The moment you look that on Pinterest, it really helps you because it gives you the same things many times, but not for an era costume. You need to avoid it. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, we finally reached the end. My God.
Yes.
Okay, so if somebody would like to say something according to all this, or if they already thinking of their ideas in general and they have some questions, and then I will just share a bit the final project, just to go through it a little bit. And I will send you another email because hopefully we will meet the first Wednesday of September. You need to be done with your project until then. So please, if you have any questions, comments, something. Γεια σου Πάνο.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Are all these books, the links that we have already gotten from you, for free?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Right now.
Yes,
MIKA?
it's for free. I searched a lot to find them.
Αυτή τη στιγμή.
Yes.
MIKA, please. I have already downloaded 3 by myself. I was searching for them for 7 months.
You see?
These 3 were here, but all the others, there were like $200, $500.
Exactly.
You couldn't find them. Nowhere I couldn't find them, and it's so crucial for us because it takes so much time to show everything.
Yeah, you need to do it now, Pano. Yeah, all of us.
You have to create a first account at the script, but you can
cancel it. Yes.
Without charge.
You can have it for 1 month for free. You download and then you just leave it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I just download in 1-2 days and then cancel the
subscription. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the links because these patterns are so difficult to be made and even more difficult to find patterns that are historically accurate, because sometimes I have come across patterns that seemed accurate but they weren't, so I couldn't understand how to pivot darts and how to create something else because it was weird. I believe that this kind of patterns you can find in some sites. They are like patterns created from 3 different patterns of different eras. They seem historic, but they are not. So these books and the authors who wrote them are crucial for history and for us. And thank you so much for that.
Also, the modelismo book, it's very good about pattern making. I was searching a lot when I started learning pattern, and I couldn't find it. Now I find it. It's very good for pattern making. You learn a lot about, not about specific area, but about pattern making.
And I don't know what's going on with books. I mean, if it wasn't for the museums, and you have to know that if you ever go to London, the Victoria Albert has a special bookshop that opened before 15 years was when they first started it, mostly for art, but costumes. And I have spent so much money in books in the last 25 years. And now they are all collectible, or they don't exist. You don't find them, and then some you can, like we saw today, you can download them. Even art books. I mean, art books are very precious for us, for the paintings. So now the art books is the only one that nobody cares about. You know, all this art in the museums and all that. But for anybody that has to do with costume, any book that has paintings from museums, European, American, I don't know, it's extremely, even the old ones, the 70s, the 80s, it doesn't matter. They're very valuable. Okay, so let me share this a bit. So you received this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is this. I know you've missed some classes, but you have the presentations or you have the videos. You need to see them. So you need to choose and try to accomplish a project as better as possible. It doesn't matter. For you, it might be the first time, but you need to make a project that is the level of professional project. So you can decide your idea, your era. It could be contemporary that would be interested with elements from other eras, but you need to choose from here, unless it is a play of the writer that I haven't written here. And most of these we have analyzed, not all, but more than half. We have pictures, images, we have in what theaters they were performed. On my last presentation last week, I had summaries, plays, characters, everything. But anything you choose, this is the way I work, and this is the way you should work. So I need info. I cannot work on a play if I don't know when was the writer born and why, and what was the era, and what was the political situation, everything. And then I need to find some kind of aesthetics that I like. So images, where was it performed? How, which actors, what colors? Maybe it was good, maybe it was bad. It doesn't matter. We need to research. So this is the plot. Main characters. It might have 10, doesn't matter. 5 is enough. You want to do 10, do 10. But if there's 5 main characters, some of the plays here have 3 characters, but 5 is a good number. 5 is a good number. So if you have time in the summer, and if you don't sketch, it doesn't matter. You will first describe them. Most of your work is to understand what your character is like and what you would like to do. You want to sketch, you want to design, you want to do it on the computer. There's ways to do it. I've had designers that couldn't sketch at the beginning. And I need some fabrics in images, colors, something, kind of fabrics. Doesn't have to be real fabrics. If you have real fabrics, you can make a picture, fine, no problem. So This is very basic, okay? There's any kind of body you want to find. So there's some men shapes, there's some women shapes, very elementary. This doesn't really help for something, but you have a base there to go over it. And then say, okay, I have a character that's older, or what kind of hair she has. You can find things like that. Or there's even some games. I think this is like a kit. You can find it. And then if I have a difficult actor or a difficult character that I don't know what to do about, I say, okay, let me find an old man, or let me find a king, a queen, somebody. But there's everything in there. You need some paper. You need to be able just, to keep a model and then just draw over it. So our problem here is your ideas, not so much how you will actually make these projects. So this is as much as detail I've put, but you choose from here, and then you come here, and you need to have every one of these little phrases here. From the name of the play and its info, research, summary, characters, personalities. This is your creative work here, and some of the materials and your fabric. Even if you never go online and never search any of this, you can choose something that we already talked about, and you can do your own costumes. So this is what we talked from the beginning until now. Anything you want. Until the 15th, maybe 20th, for the next like 5-6 weeks. We can, if you want, we can talk by email for sure. And we can have a Zoom meeting if you want, deciding. But you need to kind of process first a little bit and maybe send me some info and then see from there what you're doing. And the first week of September, by the first week of September, I need to have your projects. So this is from me. It's been more than 2 months. I don't know how they passed. We made it here. So please, any questions now, any comments? Otherwise, we talk by email.
Should the document, should the project be all in one document?
No, or whatever. Look, if you can put it in a PowerPoint and you want to make it look good, do it. If you want to do your texts in Word, you do your texts in Word, and then you just do your designs in other JPEGs, PDFs, wherever you choose to design.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever is, usually when I have research material, I have it in Word at the beginning. And then if I want to put it together with my images, I put it in a presentation, very basic presentation like the one I showed you. I mean, PowerPoint is something you can learn by yourself. I mean, it's not so
of course.
crazy. But if not, you just do it in separate files.
Okay.
But let's have all the text together, the costumes together. But, sometimes you might want to have a costume and then write some things with the costume. So, yes, I mean, text and Word is the basic. Everybody can use it. But if some of you know other things, yes, please do it. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just close this. Yeah.
So
hello, can I ask you something?
Yes. Okay. Yes, Maria.
Not about the assignment, about the book.
Okay.
We talked about earlier.
Okay.
I I just download the one of the book.
Okay.
And it tells me free for 30 days.
Yes.
Then €10 per month.
I think that you need to, you record the, you subscribe for the month. This is the subscription, not the book.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay.
I cannot answer right now, but I don't know, Maria knows, or I'm going to do it and I will tell you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it refers.
With... Mm-hmm.
I have to look into it and then I can write. Yes.
I do for 1 month and then cancel then I do it cancel. I download in one day all of them. I found what I want to download, make a list, subscribe, download all of this, and then cancel the subscribe.
Ah, okay. Oh, so you put your credit card, and then
but again I do cancel.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yes, or you
put
you
you
put some.
month.
Yeah, one card that doesn't have much inside, but they don't do. Yeah, you cancel.
I wanted to ask, so we can create in a portfolio alike if we want the last presentation. Okay.
Yeah, you know. Bojana, you wanted something to ask?
Yes, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for all of your presentation. Thank you, Maria. And also, it's been an honor to be in this classroom. And I just want to ask something about costume design final project. I am missing one assignment. I'll be sending this through the summer.
Okay.
And for the final task, I want to ask, I'm doing something else for stage design. It's not a problem, I hope.
No. But stage design is some of these plays, or is it something totally different?
Yes, I choose something totally different. I choose Alice in Wonderland. And for costume design, I will choose probably Dollhouse.
Okay.
It is okay?
Yes, that's fine.
That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Bojana. I'm doing something with my view and I cannot, this is crazy. I cannot see everybody. This is better. Okay, so yes, the idea is that hopefully you have some time in the summer. This should not take you 2 months, okay? It should take you a week maybe. And I always do that. And I have to tell you, do not research forever. Just take a decision. This is practical. Bye, Catherine. It's practical. Just make a fast decision and decide and go on and do a project. And if later, if something else, if another idea comes up, okay, no problem. Just do something else. But decide fast, not think for 2 months and then like 3 days before the first week of September, you're like, oh, I have to do a project. No, it's better you do it now soon. And I'm telling you, even if you research it nowhere else, you have all the information you need here. So I don't know. I don't have anything else, but still you can send us emails. Don't worry. And to me and Maria will send you the email also. If you need anything, you can talk to us. I have a Pinterest account with a lot of material about history and creative projects, and I'm gonna share it 1 second, if it can just give me 2 minutes, and because I always get the name not correct. 1 second. Should be here. 1 second. Sorry.
So MIKA, we will
Nana.
have
Yes.
have another meeting at the first week of September
The first
for the
Wednesday of
presentations,
September.
right?
Yes.
For the presentations, right? Okay.
Yes, for the presentations, because we need to see some things. Okay, I will send you an email with a link. It's better, but in my account in Pinterest, I will write you on the. Let me write the μπορώ να θυμηθώ ποτέ πώς είναι. I will write you the name. I have files for all the eras, and I know that my research there is correct. So if you need to find things in Pinterest, I've had this account for about, I think, 12 years or something. So it's Creative History of Costume. And I will write it, and you can find it on Pinterest. And I have like 70, 80 files in there. And I have from designers for every historic era, a bit about theater, fashion photography, paper clothes, different things. It's all about creative costumes. So if you want to go around in there, in Pinterest, I'm sure that my images are correct. So you can see that. So thank you, everybody. And let's meet. We will meet all together again in September. But we will talk in between, and I will see the emails, of course. So we are here. Have some rest. Get some summer vacations. Winters are never easy for anybody, I think. So you need to get some rest, and then we can go back in all our work. Okay, then, if there is anything else, otherwise we are done for today. Silence. Great.
Thank you, MIKA.
You're welcome, everybody.
Thank you so
send
much.
us an email. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.